Pacific Northwest, there is a special and hateful place these two schools have for each other in their hearts. From Jake Browning's point or Kenny Wheaton running back to score, this game has had plenty of moments, and maybe we'll get another classic in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Oregon Ducks. Taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Ducks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. That is not the way you want to start with the kickoff going out of bounds. The officials offer the deal and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Let's go. Break. Single, single.
The give to the left. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game.
The defense sort of hurls this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Listen, he's running for his life. I get it. The QB gets scrambled outside the pocket. I just like to see him flick it out of bounds real quick. Counts as an incompletion, and no sack, no loss of yardage. Live to fight another down.
Lewis wants to pass. Right on the money. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Punt is on its way. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Pressure coming. Caught in the backfield. It's Ivory. Still on his feet at the 35. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
And it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. Takes it on the return. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. Oh, he's got some space. The 40.
defense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Running behind that left side. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
He really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now...
Open field on the right. Touchdown, Oregon. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Dropping back, it's Maddox. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Fires to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start.
There he goes. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun step and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Going to try to get it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell. They want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him. Try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. He'll start this drive firing. He's got him. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I think quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
From the gun, running back gets the give. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Complete out of the backfield. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do in short yardage situation. Third and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
Quickly complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. For decades, Washington dominated this rivalry. Then 1994, and the pick by Kenny Wheaton took it to the house. And since that moment, this rivalry has been on.
It's been so much fun to watch. For years, it had conference championship implications. We've seen Heisman Trophy implications in this one. More recently, college football playoff implications as well. Always fun when these two teams get together.
And it doesn't matter what conference they're in. We're always watching this matchup. All eyes are on this match. They don't like each other. A lot of animosity. The coaches don't like each other. The players don't like each other. This is going to be a great ball game.
We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. Looking to fire. Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Right down the middle. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Ducks will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over.
Trying to beat the D deep. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, you see them there taking the shot, and I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Back to throw, it's Maddox. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Anger.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Second down, he'll throw it. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Still looking, on the move. Makes the grab. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Maddox. He's moving out of the pocket. Makes the grab, it's Brooks. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs and his speed and then hurt you throwing the football.
And the Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He might want another play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. The short hands, it's Brooks. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stuff.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Gonna run it. It's Ivory. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of the look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Wants to bring it back. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He picks it up, still on his feet.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Lewis to throw. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown Ducks! And what a turn of events as this defense gets to pick 6.
they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away, and once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give from the gun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Got it in the middle, it's Harris. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle, it's Harris. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for Washington. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Lewis wants to pass. It's in, complete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Got it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Washington!
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the 1st half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's going for a big play downfield. Makes the catch on the left. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the gun, looking for a man. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Flying out to the left. Past the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Oregon!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Lewis to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Huskies will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down.
Turning it on! Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. With the catch, it's McNabb. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. Across the 15. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. To the end zone, and is picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Lewis wants to pass. Completes it in the middle. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
The give on the option. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Man, you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And how about the big nose tackle? The guy who's right in the middle of the defense, the hardest spot to get a sack because you got the center in front of you, you got the guards right next to you, not a lot of space. Just uses the power, gets through, and gets the big sack.
Shoots it to the left. Intercepted, the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the 3rd quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that. This guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
Man, it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
To throw, it's Maddox. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brooks. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds and no gain on the play.
Just a really nice job defensively, too, not giving up on the play, right? You didn't sack him initially, but guys were still in hot pursuit and chasing. And this front 7 defensively, they've got a lot of speed and athleticism, and they're able to stay on the quarterback's heels and force him out of bounds for a loss.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. It's a 1-score game lead, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got the quick pass. He'll be stopped and knocked out of bounds, short of the line to gain. It'll be a turnover on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And how about this offense, man? Being able to succeed, still winning without their bell cow, without their star being their star. This offense has not had a great game on the ground, but they're still in the lead.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. He leaves it with his back. He has the 1st and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Fighting off the defender. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up, they bowed up, and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
Now, and you got to read it quick, right? And he makes a quick decision, gets that thing out of his hand, but make sure your feet are set, and you still got to be accurate, even though you're trying to get rid of that ball so fast.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. It's Maddox. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Brooks. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Move those chains without a hitch. Well, actually, with a hitch, but you get the point.
I like that. Nicely done. The defense probably should have understood the ball was coming out quick, something like a hitch, a slant, a screen, something fast. They didn't. QB gets it on the money. Receiver gets the extra yards. Easy pitch and catch for the 1st down.
Nice Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
And, guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Motion from the wideout. They'll start this drive with a pass. Makes the catch. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
Like QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense is taking everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
The Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll leave it with him. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Trying to get the edge on the toss. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll run it again. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
I love the play called running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Did a speed bump on that last play. Now work to do on 2nd and 15. Looking for a crease. It's Ivory. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And that's a good job by this defense. The 2-minute situations can be tough, especially communicating, and you know they want to push the ball down their field, but a lot of times it's towards the sidelines. They protect the middle of the field, play great defense all across the board.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Ducks. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Well, it's a great job executing by the offense to get that touchdown. I think you kick the extra point right now, make it a 7-point game with only seconds to go.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Missouri just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to victory. And that's really the standard there in Columbia. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Hey, this offense is... struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking for a man. It's Maddox. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a...
Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. The defense making a play.